Hi, I'm Thiemo Osterhaus. I'm medical doctor, academy director, and Spiegel bestselling author, and I run the Medletics Academy. I managed to scale around 50K per month by my own, but it was really exhausting. And then I started working with Yasha. The first month we crossed 100K, and in the first year we did over $1 million in revenue. So we train health professionals in a truly holistic way. So in a kind of health, medicine, training, nutrition, recovery, supplements. So in the full picture of health. And I want to share what working with Yasha was like for me. So Yasha was my business coach, and yes, he's also my brother. And when I started, I was already strong in a few areas. So in personal branding, in the part of content, so in a kind of lead generation. Yeah, I could do that. And I think I had attention, I had inquiries, I had calls, but what I didn't had was a real foundation. So I had no clear system, no clear processes. I had no team, no structure I could rely on. So back then I genuinely did everything by myself, and every process lived just in my head. So everything was quite manually, and I think I consistently felt like I was putting out fires everywhere. So, and everything at the same time. So it was very stressing for me. I managed to scale to something around 50K per month by my own, but it was very exhausting. I would wake up and do something different each day. I had a lot of stress. I had not much clarity. And even though it looked good from the outside, internally it often felt very chaotic. And then I started working with Yasha, and the change was noticeable pretty fast. So in the first month we crossed 100K, and in the first year we did over $1 million in revenue. And after that we had very consistent month, something around 100K, and our best month in this year was something around 250K. But for me, the key thing wasn't just the numbers. The key thing was that there was finally a system behind it. So we introduced a clear sales process. So we worked with scripts, we built sales funnels that actually made sense for us. And most importantly, we created a structure where you know what happens when and exactly why it happens. And this was very important for me. So meaning today, when a piece of content goes out, so we know exactly how it could turn into a sales conversation. And in that conversation, it's not about just selling somehow. It's more about clearly figuring out, is it a fit for us? Is it a fit for them? Can we help? And if yes, what's the right next steps for them and especially for us? And that honestly gave me a complete different feeling in the business. So it was much more calm and much more control for me. So at this point with Yasha, I know what needs to run to keep things stable. I know which levers matter, and because of that, I'm also way more relaxed in decision making, because things don't have to happen in the last minute anymore. Before that, it was often like I have to react immediately or something will break. And today it's more like the fundamentals are running and I can make my decisions with my team without living in constant alarm mode. And another massive change was the team, and especially the operations. Today we have 9 full-time employees and we work with more than 10 freelancers. So we have a process for hiring, onboarding, project management, and when someone new wants to join, it's clear how we bring them in and how we hand over tasks, how quality is protected for them and especially for us. And this would have been unthinkable back then. So I think the most important question is, why did I work with Yasha? And of course, having your brother as a coach is a special situation, especially when it's your little brother. And I wasn't the guy who just said yes to everything. Honestly, it was more the opposite. And I was critical for a long time and skeptical, especially early on his self-employment. But over time, I saw what happened for his clients. And that's when I said, okay, I don't want to build the Medletics Academy somehow. I want to build it properly. And if I want someone by my side, I want someone who doesn't just teach theory, but actually implements it with you. And that's exactly what this collaboration was. And this wasn't just a course to watch, it was real one-to-one support. And this weekly, with feedback, with sharpening things, with honest conversations, and most importantly, focused on my business and not just a generic blueprint. So the two biggest things I took from it are, first, real clarity on what actually matters and what you can stop doing. And second, systems that don't just sound good, but that are actually built and implemented. And that's in a way they run today and still run when I'm not involved in every detail. And one more point of skepticism from my side here. I just remember these success numbers you often see in the coaching space actually made me quite skeptical. So because I couldn't imagine it being realistic for myself. And then within 2 or 3 weeks, you suddenly feel it. Things get clearer, things get more structured, and it get more measurable. So I still remember the moment in Cape Town when I crossed 100K for the first time. And not just because of the number, but because I understood if this became stable, we can create a much bigger impact, reach more people, deliver quite higher quality, and for the most important part, we can create more effect in the health space. And that's especially why I would recommend Yasha's coaching. Not because he's my brother, but because I see the transformation in the company, in the day-to-day, in the structure, in the team especially, and in the stability in the business right now. So if you are considering getting support and you're still hesitating, I just get it. I was there. But if you're truly ready to implement and not just to consume stuff, this kind of collaboration can change a lot for you. So thanks a lot, Yasha, for the path and for the clarity in the Medletics Academy and for helping turn chaos into a real company. And if you are thinking about working with Yasha, just do it.